Good day, SQL people. Today we're starting off our session with some niceties with the lake houses and primarily how to refresh them. Because they write to an actual table, you need to refresh this table. It's not actually a view. As you can see, the die statement works, so drop if exists for any sort of object works. I've just rerun it twice on the old dbo.blah table. You can also rename your notebook up here instantly. So let's go over to our sample schema with the New York taxi dataset in it. We will create a materialized lake view and rename it slightly with spaces and capitals in it. This will take a bit of time. It took 1 minute 28 before, so let's fast forward. Now we're going to check out the properties of the table. As you can see, by default there's a minimum reader version of 1 and a minimum writer version of 2. On this source table, we will set the EnableChangeDataFeed to true, along with a higher minimum reader and writer version as a plot device for later. That will come in handy. You can see that the capitals are all correct in the T-SQL endpoint or the SQL Analytics endpoint. So let's switch over to the Lakehouse and go to the Manage Materialized Lake Views. So up here we can refresh the lineage and we can see that this view only uses one table. We can run a refresh from here and we should enable the delta CDF property on the source tables, which we have done already, but not since the last refresh. You can also set a schedule here. You can have it run daily, hourly, by the minute, weekly or monthly. Depends on how much budget you have. So let's start a run. This will take some time. Is there a programmatically way to do this? Yes, you can run a PySpark notebook with refresh Materialized Lakehouse View and run it through there. Now, if you run it twice, you can see that it is incredibly fast because it reached the CDF properties and saw nothing needed to be changed. Now, you can also run this notebook with parameters and then set up the format string to do this dynamically and have this run for 50 notebooks at a time. As always, thanks to you for watching and see you next time.